Welcome back to the Rapp Show, everybody. We are riding here on the NBA Full Court Wrap, and you can follow all the action on the rappshow.com. That's rap with 2 P's. But we're here with the capital P, the one and only Phife Dawg from A Tribe Called Quest, who joins us to talk hoops. And, J. Cole, repping Carolinas. You saw him rocking that Carolina blue.
Beautiful color, man.
Absolutely. Now, we know that Phife is very fond of that color. And very tough time there in Chapel Hill a couple weeks ago with the loss of, one of the greats, the Dean. As they call him. You know, the Dean Dome is a very special place in college basketball history. Just talk for a couple minutes, Phife, about what the man meant to you and what he did for that program.
I mean, he meant everything to me. You know, growing up in New York City, it was all about the Big East Conference with Patino when he was in Providence, Calhoun when he first got to UConn, Boeheim in Syracuse, and, of course, John Thompson, Raleigh Massimino, all of that. But I had an aunt who had left New York and moved to North Carolina, and then every now and then she'd come back, and she'd always bring me Carolina gear. She lived in Raleigh, so she could have easily brought me Wolfpack gear, but for whatever reason, she'd always bring me Tar Heels. And I fell in love with them when I was like 9, 10 years old. And James Worthy was the reason why I became a Tar Heel fan. And once I learned, you know, the methods of Dean Smith, the Four Corners, I started reading his books on his coaching life and just coaching in general. And I like the fact that he was loyal to his players, and when they left to go to the league, they always came back and they were just as loyal to him. And I just thought it was the way to be. It was like a family atmosphere, you know, as far as the way he coached and things of that nature. So I just loved his whole aura and how he did it. The only thing I missed out on was meeting him. You know what I'm saying? So you know, God bless his soul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I became a Tar Heel fan when they lost to Bob Knight and Isaiah Thomas, Indiana, in '81.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So ever since then, I've just been a huge fanatic, you know?
Well, like you say, you have to give Dean Smith his due. I mean, this guy, he's like a early day John Calipari. He put a whole lot of college players in the NBA.
Yeah, and you know, he was like underdog for the longest because he could never win the big one, and you know, there was a lot of disrespect going around. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. And when Jordan hit the shot heard around the world, then the respect came through. Not to mention, like you said a few minutes ago, he put so many people in the NBA. You know what I mean? So you can't even front on what he was able to do.
Exactly.
Yep. So Phife, obviously Jordan is number one as far as the Carolina graduate, well, not graduates, but the Dean Smith program. So who's number two? Who's the number 2 all-time greatest out of North Carolina for you?
Oh, there's so many. It will be here all day. But
well, give me one.
I have to say James Worthy because he's the reason why I became a fan in the first place.
And he tore it up with the Lakers. Showtime.
Yeah, so it was Worthy. It's Worthy. It's Stackhouse. It's Vince.
Yeah, Stack.
It's Rashid. It's Brad Doherty. Phil Ford was a beast.
Right.
Come on, Eric Montross. Come on.
Nah, stop it. Knock it off.
Stop it. Stop
Hey,
it.
He sure did get a lot of bloody noses, though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he did. You even got to give Antoine Jameson was a beast.
Right.
Vince Carter. Come on,
Vince Carter.
I said Vince Carter.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yep.
Ed Cota. You know what I'm saying? Like we could go on for days.
We could go on and on.
We could go on and on for real.
Now.
Awesome. Yeah, right. No, we'll have Phife on plenty during college football season because I guarantee you those Ohio State Buckeyes are going to be barking up that tree for back-to-back titles.
Oh, yeah.
And we could do a whole show about this whole playoff system and how I think it really revived the interest, of the bowl season.
Got me involved.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
Phife, last question is, James Worthy as a power forward, I think he's one of the greatest players ever to play in the NBA, power forward. but I don't think he get his due when you mention power forwards.
I never really looked at James as a power forward. I mean, power forward in college, but in the pros, I really looked at him as a small forward.
Yep.
Even though he could play a little bit of both, so he was kind of a tweener, almost like Carmelo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I look at him as a small forward. But you're right, he doesn't get his just due. But guess what? He's a Hall of Famer. He got 3 titles, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. He has an NCAA title. He has an NCAA title. Gave Dean Smith his first title. Yeah. And he won 3 titles with the Lakers, so I'm not mad at him. He's a Hall of Famer. Done deal.
Great player.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Hey, I want you to tell everybody about Channel 5 Sports in just a little bit, but I want to wrap up a couple more NBA topics. You talked about power forwards and LeBron James now, and same thing with Scottie and LeBron. They were definitely threes that could play 4 when necessary. But LeBron passed Scottie for all-time leading assists by a forward, which I think is incredible to think about because, Scottie played well into his late 30s.
Yes, he did.
But talk for a minute, Phife. We could go on and on about LeBron, but just how incredible this guy is. And when everybody said the sky was falling with him and that young team going back to Cleveland,
in the coach.
Here they are, winning 15 out of 16 and taking over first place and looking like they're contenders again.
Well, as far as people saying the sky was falling, those are people that, are fiending to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Either that or they don't know basketball. You know what I mean? And with LeBron James, it's pretty much the same scenario when he first left and went to Miami. It took them a minute to get things going. You know what I mean? The chemistry had to be right, and it took a minute. Now, if you're going back to Cleveland and this team is much younger than a C. Bosh or a D. Wade, it's going to take a little bit longer.
Yep.
And look what's happened since he's come back from that small little injury.
Right.
You know what I mean? So LeBron James can't be denied. The only Achilles heel to his game has always been his outside shooting. But when he's hot, he's hot. When he's off, and he's smart enough to know, okay, if I'm going 0 for 6 from the perimeter, he's taking it to the hoop, or he's going into the teeth of the defense and dishing into the open man. You know what I mean? So he's just always been that smart basketball player since high school. So you can't really deny him. He's still the best basketball player in the league right now, bar none.
Well, you're still one of the best rappers of all time, Phife, yourself. We really are honored and appreciate you coming on. Give us your picks, who you think we'll see in the finals in June. I know we'll talk to you before then. And then tell everybody, we got about a minute left, tell everybody about Channel Phife and what you got going on. And big shout out to Rasta Root.
Yep.
Oh, man, DJ Rasta Root.
Well, as far as the finals, there's a couple of scenarios that can happen out west, but I'm hoping to see Golden State. I wanted to see Golden State in Chicago, but now that D-Rose is hurt again, I think it's a no-brainer that Cleveland is going to make that run. And I think it's going to be Cleveland and hopefully Golden State. But I'm not going to go against San Antonio until proven otherwise.
Even though they've lost 5 straight. Yeah.
Even though they're looking kind of old and hurt up right now, but I'm still not going to go against Popovich until proven otherwise. But I would like to see Cleveland and Golden State in the finals right now. Kyrie versus Steph. That'll be crazy.
Series.
Phenomenal.
You know what I'm saying? That'll be crazy. But, Muddy Morphosis, the album coming out soon. Like probably fall of this year. And then Channel 5 Sports Network, we working on that right now. But look out for the podcast coming soon. I'm going to be judging the dunk contest at the McDonald's All-American in Chicago in a couple of weeks.
Contest.
So, yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but he's everywhere.
Yeah, so we working it out, man. See me in a minute, you know what I mean? But hopefully I'll be in the studio with y'all next time, you know what I'm saying?
Stay elite.
All right, well, hey, stay elite, Phife. Send us all your new music. We'll play it on the radio show. We'll play it here on the TV show. And we really hope to get you on a regular basis. And I'm going to talk to you off air. Maybe we'll get you to get some coverage for Chop TV right here for the Rapp Show.
That'd be great.
No doubt, no doubt. Whatever you need, family, no doubt.
All right. Hey, stay tuned on the rappshow.com. We're slanging beats from Sly Drexler, one of the hottest young producers in H-Town. And we got Fat Tony coming up later, Phife. So we'll check in with you soon, man.